The passion runs deep here in Norman, Oklahoma, or as they say, sooner born and sooner bred, and when I die, I'll be sooner dead. Welcome to Oklahoma and the home of the Sooners. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Bearcats will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone, it's Pineda. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So the Oklahoma Sooners offense will take the first swing of the game. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. You might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Nifty run there. Pickup of 6 out to the 25. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? The first part of this.
Open runway ahead. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And once he got loose, it was all over. The Sooner Schooner doesn't have a tight turning radius, but it can rev up the Oklahoma crowd, David.
Man, get them started, get them going early, test the limits, get in the end zone, get these people going bananas just safely. Go bananas, go crazy, but, don't do too much and go all over your seats.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. This matchup on the outside, Jesse, a big play weapon for the offense, a shutdown corner for the D.
They say big-time players make big plays in big games, so who gets the best of this matchup? That's going to determine the game.
I mean, such a fun chess match. How much are they on each other during the game, the head-to-head matchup that everybody wants to see?
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Man, just when you think you've seen every move, he's got another one, and he's out to the 40.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in the middle. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
From the gun, the ground game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets his first one of the day away. He might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Power football with the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Looking for room, it's Woods. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job game tackling, because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
The Sooners line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 45, on his way. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Illegal flag. Offense.
A huge play is coming back because of the penalty. Of course, the defense says you wouldn't have got the huge play without committing the penalty. First down and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Got it. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
The option look. He'll pitch it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. Try to barge their way in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
Zings it complete to the right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Bearcats! And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Oklahoma State stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Stillwater. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense.
Take the lead. You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. You just got to look that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching it, you see their heads start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Gets it out quickly. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Pressure coming. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
The sure hands, it's Pena.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Cincinnati! Lining up to add another. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the score.
Yeah, they had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It would be a good idea to get a hand on him. Listen, I know these guys got some speed, and maybe you give them a cushion and give them some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Bowman.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw. It's Lagway. Fires to the tight end.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration, everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in the ground.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the Bearcats will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've hit a bit of a lull here, and they need to get things cranked up with this possession, Jesse.
Just haven't had a rhythm these last couple of possessions, but I'll tell you, the best way to get back into one is to run the football. Establish yourselves up front at the line of scrimmage and help keep these third downs manageable.
Yeah, and the best news is your defense at least forced a punt of their own. So now you can go answer with that good stop while this game is still close. Let's just go keep putting more points on the board, and let's see less of the punter.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on third and long from the 26. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first down.
And it's caught inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's one thing to get that huge play. Now you got to cash it in with 6. First and 10 from the 24. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. The Bearcats have pushed it inside the 20. He's looking for a man on second down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Yeah, and this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a one-score game.
Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Excellent field position here for the offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Quick release on the RPO. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. I'm like quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Bearcats will call on their punt team. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Give to the running back. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Lagway. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, makes a diving snag along the right sideline.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Quickly out to the tight end. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners are on the move. Leaves it with the running back. Open space at the 25. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. The Sooners are threatening on 1st and goal. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. 3rd and goal from way back there. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Sooners!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they've still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love.
Makes the grab on the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on 1st down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a 2nd down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on second down. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete downfield.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He'll pull it on the read. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't think the quarterback made the right read on that play. I know they're asking a lot of this QB. He's got a lot to focus on with the pass game and all the different types of runs that they have in their playbook. But on that play there, that pre-snap look told me to hand it off.
Dances away. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They go to the draw. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's finally brought down, but that freshman found some running room. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. They'll give it to him again. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line. To throw. It's Lagway. Dances away from the heat. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. The Sooners decide to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll call for the fair catch here. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defense denying a big play as we played 3 quarters. That's the end of the quarter, and Cincinnati is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses to 40. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little extra time. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Caught in the backfield, it's Pena. Touchdown, Cincinnati! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving them up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting. Had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
He wants to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Shoots it to the left. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? The Sooners will hustle to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Second down coming up.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Release to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Woods. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, Bearcats! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the...
Running toward the tape. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Yeah, Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000. But I like that they continue to fight.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, going up top. Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. It's still up by 21. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. He tries to take the top off. Wide open. He makes the catch. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Sooners! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We've got to figure something out. We've got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Pena. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
On the option. Oh, what a cut! And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
The give to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going. You're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now on the option. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Cincinnati.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. The give out of the gun. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bearcats. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. To the air, it's Lagway. Got his man quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
It's enough. First down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. It's caught downfield. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Run it with the fullback. He is stopped short of the line to gain. The fourth down try goes awry, and that might just do it. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense